Today, we're on the 100th episode of the podcast. And so I was thinking about doing something really special. And what came to my mind was actually celebrating that we have gotten to 100 podcast episodes. We posted a podcast episode every day for 100 days. And when I was thinking about celebrating 100 podcast episodes, what I really thought about was how do we celebrate things? And more importantly, how do we allow ourselves to feel good? So, today we're going to be talking about how to feel good. And I'm actually going to walk through this process in this context. So, when I think about filming and recording and producing and publishing a podcast episode for 100 days, I feel so proud of myself. So, the first thing that I actually do is I actually just take a deep breath, breathe out, and then just start to see what I notice when I'm feeling proud. So I just kind of start at the top of my head, like, what do I kind of notice? And as I kind of go down, what I notice is there's just this light pressure on my chest. So it just feels like this light pressure. It kind of feels like a hug. I continue, with the body scan. And then I notice that there's this groundedness in my feet where it feels very solid, it feels very strong. And this is what proud feels like to me. So when you're thinking about feeling good, it can actually be pausing, allowing yourself to feel whatever emotion it is and notice where it's at in your body. Like, where do you feel that emotion? And then just expanding upon it. So, noticing how you feel, describing to yourself how it feels, allowing yourself to really sit and experience it. Because oftentimes, what we can do, especially like in this instance, it would be so easy for me to just record 101, 102, 103. Like, it would be so easy for me just to keep going. But I wanted to take this moment and acknowledge like what has been created and feel into how it feels. And then once you've kind of tapped into like how it feels, I like to really just think about the impact that this has created. Like I think about how many people have listened to 100 episodes. I think about how I have created so much value. I've helped people. I think about how I've came up with ideas and then articulated those ideas in a way that's very simple and easy for people to understand. I think about how much fun I've had recording them and how much fun you've probably had listening to them. And so I want you to really think about celebrating something today, feeling into it. What does it feel like in your body? And then just looking at like what impact has this created, either for you, for other people, whatever comes to mind. Just sitting in knowing that what you're doing matters and why it matters, and allowing yourself to really have that experience before just moving on to the next thing. And I will say, if this feels uncomfortable, it definitely takes practice. So for me, I'm still practicing this. I'm practicing feeling good. I'm practicing bringing this more into my life so that I'm doing it on a regular basis every day, just feeling good, feeling proud of myself, celebrating something. And so if it feels uncomfortable, just take a little break, takes a few deep breaths, and then just come back to it as you can. But know that nothing has gone wrong if it feels a little uncomfortable. And if you want to create commitment so that you can show up for the things that you want to do, then make sure you go to createcommitment.com to sign up for the waitlist for my course, How to Create Commitment.